Hello, my name is Van Smith, property manager at the Nautica condominiums here in Barrie. If you watched the previous video, I explained during the suite maintenance that I would do a second video regarding online booking system and how you can, as a resident, log in and some of the features and tools that are available to you. So why don't we get started? I'm just going to share my screen here for everybody. So when we're talking about the online system, it's an online portal. It's through Condo is the provider, and residents that are registered for the Nautica condominiums have access to this system. So anybody that has a computer or device, an iPad, you can log in through www.maxcondoclub. And you put that into your web browser, and this would be a picture of your landing page. On that landing page, you will be asked to put in your email address followed by your password, and then you can log in. So if you have not done this before, what will happen is you will receive an invitation from our administration, and it will be set up. So once you accept that, you will be able to log in. If you have not done this, this will not be your landing page. Once you enter that in, this is my landing page that we have for as a test resident. And I'm going to go through some of the features that we have here. And then I'm going to log in and show you what we can do. So if you look at this page here, we have on the left, you have bars where you can access information, and then you have the middle of the screen. You also have a favorite section services, and those are can link you in the same way. So let's first take a look on the left hand side here. We have home, which is this page, an inbox for your messages, parking passes, amenities, service requests, parcels, front desk instructions, documents, and on the bottom is actually login information you can adjust. In the middle section, again, these are some of the same features, but one-click items. So to book an amenity, issue a service request, create a parking pass, or input your front desk instructions. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to log in and walk you through live part of the system itself and give you some tips on how to use it. Let's see here. Okay, so first thing I've clicked on is on the left-hand side is the inbox, and the inbox is for all the messages that have come through the building, through the system for me. So if you look at the top section here, there is a booking which has been created. I just put this in today. You'll see an update, amenities, and social activities. So this is messages that have come from the management office. There's my past video, we just did on maintenance tips, so you can click on here and access those. Message the pool is open. So all of these messages are here. If you go to the right hand side, there's a scroll bar, and you go through this, you can see there's many messages that are on here that are just for your unit. Next, we have parking passes. And same thing, parking passes are showing you the parking passes that have been issued for this unit. So I can see the top one here, I have a visitor, and it's showing me the license plate number, the vehicle, and the status. So this is a past booking. Again, you have the availability. You can look at past ones there. So this is going to show you all the items on the left, and then you're going to have features that are with each one. So let me walk you through some of the common items that you're going to be able to deal with, and then you pretty much really learn the system, and you'll be able to play around with the actual features. So let's do this. Let's go to an amenity. I'm going to go back to the home page so you see it here. You can go to the amenity through this little barbecue piece here, or amenities on the left-hand side. So let's say we're going to book a new amenity. I'm going to go over to here, click on that. It's going to give you a list of the amenities. For our purposes, I only have 2 that are listed. There can be as many amenities as the building has set up for gym, fitness center, all those types of things. And if you go to the right-hand side, again, this bar will scroll up and down because you may have 10 amenities and not be able to see it on one screen. So you have to scroll up and down to get to all of those. Now let's do a booking of an elevator. I need to receive a delivery. I just purchased a new chair and I need to book the elevator. Very simple. Click on elevator, go to continue. It's going to have all the information about your elevator booking, like the paper form. So this is the agreement. You can read through here. It tells you the times of the bookings. There's 8:30 to 12:30 or 12:30 to 4:30. You have to reserve the elevator. That gives you the blocks of time. All the information is listed through here. You can read through this if you haven't done so. You're taking on responsibility, of course, for damage and those types of things. So you can see there's a scroll bar here and a scroll bar here. I scroll down to the bottom. I know this. I've read this several times. And there's an acceptance in here at the bottom. So it tells you about the fees and everything else. I'm going to go down here, and on the bottom, there's a little box I can hit. I hereby acknowledge. This bar will open up for me, and I can hit continue. If you haven't acknowledged it, this bar, you'll see a stop sign come up. It means something is not correct. So something's not completed. I can't click on the continue button. So I clicked on my acknowledgement. I hit continue. And it's going to take me to the next page, the usage. So you can pick, is it a move-in? Is it a move-out? Is it delivery? I'm going to go down to delivery, click delivery. And we have a window for the deliveries here. So this is a calendar which pops up, and you'll see 3 colors. Green is available, red is already booked, and gray is closed. So that could be disabled dates or dates in the past, those types of things. So if I look at this one here, it looks like March 31st. The elevator is fully booked, so I cannot book the March 31st. But let's take a look at March 30th. So I'm going to go March 30th, click on that. And then below here, it gives us the time range. So it looks like already the morning is blocked. I see 8:30 to 12:30. It's crossed through and it's grayed out. So I'm going to pick the second time here, 12:30 to 4:30. I'm going to hit continue. And again, you acknowledge the terms and conditions. I hit agree. It's just a summary of what's happened. Here's my date. So make sure it's okay. I hit confirm. And now it's sent the message. So there will be a pop-up message that says your booking has been created. Now, a few days go by and you're not sure the date, you can't recall. When was it that I had it? If you go back over to your amenities section here, I click on amenities. A cool feature is you will have a calendar which pops up. And I'm looking at March. And if I go down to March, I see a bright orange here. It says elevator. I know I have that date. Let's go to April. I don't have anything highlighted, so I don't have anything in there. So you can again see a visual calendar and see when you have something which is coming up. The other thing you can do is go over to list view, which is here, and it will show you a list of the items. So if I look at this one here, I'm going to see my latest booking. It shows me the elevator has been booked, the time that it's been booked. So you have the start time is the 30th. And if I scroll over, it shows me I created it. There's some ones that are down at the bottom where the management office has created a booking for me here. And it gives me the status, which is approved. So there's a little trick here I'm going to show you. Oops, everybody asks, Van, you know what? I've booked something, but something's happened, something's come up, and I wanted to delete that. So how do I do it? Well, here's how. So I go to, again, this view. If I go to the booking item, let me go back. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click on this box on the left. And it's going to give me some more details on the right. So if I look at here, it shows the delivery, it shows the time. At the bottom, there's a bar here. It says actions. If I click on this on the right little arrow, I can delete or I can view this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this out of the system. It's been canceled. So I hit delete. And it asks you again, do you want to delete it? And so I go, yes. And now that booking has been removed from the system for me. So that's already been taken care of. So that's one way to do it. Again, you can go back to your booking here. Let's go to calendar view. And it will show all of your bookings coming up on here. So this is different ways to look at it. You can do a new booking here as well, or go back to the other page where you did your bookings. Now let's look at the amenities. Let's go back to the list view for a second. So amenities, go to list view, and you can see all of these items that have come up. So I have the elevator, fitness room, elevator. These are all a list of all of those items. You can see here the status of them. So it can be declined, it can be approved. There's different features that are there. Some of the bookings require the security to approve, so you may not see it. You'll see it as pending. If it's declined, you may have called the management office to the guest suite, for example, said, you know what, we don't need we need to cancel that booking, and the management office has canceled that booking. Okay, so let's go back to our home. On the left-hand side, click on that. And let's go to the second feature called service request. The service request is an interaction tool, which people can enter any items that they have for service that's maintenance for their unit or for the common areas. And they click on here and it goes to our office. It gets logged, and it's a very good tool. The office can then respond back to those service requests as well. So if I click on service requests, the main bar is going to pop up. So it's going to say, first thing is going to say grant permission to enter the unit. And there's a yes or no feature. So what happens is if you leave it as no, then there may be more times required to schedule that with the superintendent. Let's say for this instant, the front door lock is very sticky and it's hard to open. So I'm going to grant permission. I'm going to go to yes, because I want my superintendent to come up and fix that as soon as possible. Go to continue. And then there's a priority level. And this is built into the system. If you have an urgent problem, that's something you really need to call about. So fire, flood, no power, no heat, those are urgent issues. These service requests are not looked at overnight. They're looked at through the daytime. So I would never actually put an urgent request through this. Some properties might. We're going to put this as medium. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I'm going to go next to the type. And there's all pre-filled things that we have here: air conditioning, balcony, bathroom, bathtub. So you can just have general items, common area. You can go, let's just go here and type in door. Let's see. Start typing door, door pops up. And then I can go to the next bar and put in a description. So what we're having a problem with is the door lock sticks sometimes. And hit continue. You can add additional notes. You can even add pictures. And some of our residents do this, which is great. So they'll go on, they can upload a picture of what they want. They go to their computer, click on that, and upload a picture. So let's say it's something very specific. We do have pictures that people send in. I'm not going to do it for this one. I'm going to go to continue. It starts to give me a summary here. So it's the prior to medium, the door, permission to enter, door lock sticks. I hit save. And now it's created a service request. It goes to the management office. And you will see messages can come back to put something in pending or in progress through the management office. So that's, again, through the service request feature. You can do service requests in paper, but we, as management, we want to track events so we can try to see a pattern for problems. We can see repair times, and we can track the level of service more easily through service requests. Okay, let's go to parking passes. Parking passes are a tool you have for visitors that come over. A pass is only required overnight. You don't need to get a pass during the day. Your visitors can just park outside. But the visitors parking overnight, meaning 2 a.m. to 7 a.m., requires a pass, so they could get a ticket. So how is it? It's a little tricky to navigate through the first time if you haven't done it. But once you've done it a few times, it becomes pretty easy to go through. And what's interesting or what's great is it actually will pre-populate some of the same information. So if you have the same visitors coming, you know, it will pull their license and information. So it makes it pretty intuitive. Let's just go to this one here. So I'm creating a new pass. And actually you'll see there's a few here. So let's just say I have Bob is coming back. I don't even have to retype this. I'm just going to go to Bob. And it's going to load all the information. So he's still driving his Ford Mustang and in license plate A1234. I can scroll down, and this is where it needs a little bit of finesse. This is for the times for the permits. Now you have to appreciate these systems are developed to be flexible for all types of parking situations and many different condo corporations. For this condo corporation, it's between 2 and 7 the pass is required. So what you would do is, let's say it is for tonight. So I look at my calendar, and 2 o'clock tonight is actually tomorrow. So that's one thing you have to be aware of. So let's look at, we're at March, we want what day am I on? The 25th. So I would want it for the 26th. So I see here, it's going to load today's date. I'm going to go into tomorrow. So I'm going to go to pull up the calendar, go to the 26th. And pick 2 a.m. You just can click on these, or you can enter them in. So I'm going to show you that's the way you can click. You can also highlight it and type in your times. And over here is the AM or PM. Again, you can click up and down. So it's very flexible. I'm going to hit tab or enter. And that will take me to the next one. Sorry. And you can click on this one as well. So it gives me the next date. So I just need it for that day. So I'm going to go to the 26th and take it to the 7 a.m. Actually go down, so 7 a.m. Click off that and go to the next, go down, and then check availability. So what happens is the computer is set up in a way that people cannot book visitors parking for an unlimited number of guests and an unlimited number of passes. So check availability is to see if you've already had 6 passes and for that month. And if you have, it's going to give you a warning. So you won't be able to book. So overnight pass says it's available. I just hit continue. And again, it's going to give me a summary of the information. I hit confirm. And now it has created that pass. So you've completed the first step. You've actually created the pass. This next step is to actually print the pass. You can come down and see security if you want. They'll print off a copy for you. If you have your own printer, you can print off a copy and put it in the car. There's a few ways to do it. Again, you can go to your parking passes here. And it's going to give you a whole list of your parking passes. And this is showing future. So these are the past ones. I can see this is the one that I've created today. If I go on here and click on this, it's going to do like that other amenity. It's going to show me some things I can do. And at the bottom is the actions bar. I click on that. I can view it. I can delete it, or I can print it. What are we going to do today? We are going to print it to give it to my guest. So you will see, I think on your page, on your screen, you will see a printout page, which is showing you the vehicle, the visitor's parking permit, all the information. And on the bottom of this is a disclaimer. It says it's important that it gets displayed in the windshield for it to be valid. So you just simply, print whatever printer you have and print that off, and you're done. So I'm going to cancel this because I'm not going to print it, and go back out of the screen. And I'm going to go back to the home page. So we've looked at booking amenities. We've looked at service requests. We look at parking passes. What is this front desk instructions? Let's click on here and I'll show you what this is about. So front desk instructions are some things that are here. You have an entry instruction and you have a vacation instruction. Now, some of you have lived at the building for a while know we have a vacation sheet. So what happens is that's a good tool that we have at the management office when you're going away for typically for a period of, more than a week. If you have a contact information, if somebody else is looking at your unit, anyone we can contact in case there's an emergency with the building, you can fill out those sheets. We do have the tool on the line here, so you can also put it in here. So let's go to vacation instructions and you can say, I'm going away. So let's say we're going to go away April. We're going to go away May 1st. Click on May 1st. And I'm going all the way to the 31st. And I'm just going to put here, vacation. And here's instructions. So my instructions while I'm on vacation are contact my neighbor unit. I'll make up a unit that doesn't exist here just so you have it. 201 has keys if required. Access the unit. Call, and we have put in the phone number, etc. So it's all right here. It can go in, you can hit save. And now when security goes in, they can look at the information and they'll have the information right at their fingertips in terms of your vacation information. So that's one thing you can do with front desk instructions. Very simple. Now what I want to talk about is on this bar. So we've gone through, again, parking passes, service request, parcels. Parcels is a great feature of the building. When you receive a parcel, it will show up on this screen, all of your parcels. So management, security receive a parcel, it gets logged into the system. If you have an email, it will give you an email saying, hello, your package has arrived. It's here for pickup. And you will see it on the screen. So you can get a status of all those parcels. You can go back and take a look at them. As you'll see from here, there's no parcels that have been registered because this is just a test site that I have. So I haven't put anything in here, but if you do have a parcel, it will show up the quantity, when it was received, all that information, what's put into the system. So it's a great tool to have. Front desk instructions is the same as we had at what we did. And you can see, here's my note, exactly. So my ID number shows up, so it's vacation instructions, shows the vacation, shows when I've entered it, and it shows future. So this isn't happening till May, so that is the future at this point. You can go in and edit it. You can do different actions with it. So you can go back and see what you've done. Now, one of the main features of this system is the documents. The documents is a very good tool for past residents, for new residents. What happens is eventually, the management office, it could be a robot sitting at this computer. Although we're, it's wonderful. You can call the office to try to get information. We've made this information accessible when we're not here and try to make it consistent, accessible for everybody. So main documents and information have been posted on here, and it does get updated. So for example, we've gone to documents. This page is loaded up here, and you have different folders that you can go through and you can review the documents. So we have a folder that's Accessibility for Ontarians with Disabilities Act. So that's a policy which is in here. You have AGM owners meeting information. You have the board information. You have budgets, COVID protocols, the declaration and bylaws. So let's say, for example, you have an insurance agent asking you for information. Well, you can go through declaration and bylaws, and you have all of the documents that are right here. All of the legal documents are there. Sometimes ask you for a bylaw regarding your insurance, so that would be listed. You can either go back out to get back to the thing, or there's a little quick link. If you go to the declaration bylaw, if you go to home here, click on that, it'll take you back to this page. So this is all here, your financials. So for example, click on financials. You can see the audited statements for past years. So you're going to say, oh, you know, I can't find that package. It's all listed here for you. We do a lot of, it takes a lot of time to set these things up to make it available for everyone. But it is a great tool. So I'm going to go back home. Another area which might be popular for you is we have newsletters. So, you saw a newsletter article, but you can't remember which one it was. Let's go to 2021, for example. And all the past articles are listed here. So you can go and click on those. And wow, here we go. Merry Christmas. I'll show you the newsletter for that period of time. Now, if you want to do anything with these, you do have to download and save them, these files, these PDFs, because it opens through typically like a Google browser. I'm through Google, so that's one thing you have to do if you want to save it. Again, so documents are very important. You can find all of the major documents for the property are listed here. There may be one or two things that we haven't uploaded just on timing, but we try to do our best to get them all on the system. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the home page. So you're going through this whole bar here, which is great. You're becoming familiar with the system. It's like you can see, if you haven't gone to any of these areas, go into it, play around with it, try to use it. You can't break the system, so don't worry. And the last thing I'm going to show you is with your actual profile. The bottom section here, it says Van Smith Test. It's going to have your name, which is registered. And if you go to it, you'll see a person icon. And what it's doing is showing me three things when I click on it. Profile, log out. So if you want to log out of the program, you can do it. But I'm going to go to my profile. And this is information which most of it you can actually look at and change. So if I look at your account, your profile, I'm listed as a resident here. And we have the profile image. So you can upload, and it's nice to see that people have put pictures in here. So it's great because you have a large building, and sometimes you remember people by their face rather than their name or unit number. So if you put that in, that's wonderful. Phone, address, emergency contacts, vehicles, all this type of stuff. So let's do something here. Let's go into emergency contacts, and we're going to click on the little pencil on the right-hand side. So I have listed here, I have Superman as my emergency contact because when I need something, I mean, he can fly here in 2 seconds. So let's go through and let's change this. Superman's on vacation and I need somebody else to come. So I'm going to have Bob the Builder. That's from a kids TV show my kids used to watch. And his phone number is here. Just enter that. And Bob doesn't have an email address, so I'm going to take this out. And you can put in a relation, everything that you want can all go into this category, and you can put additional notes. So when you've done that, you can go down and hit save. And that uploads the information. You don't have to come to the office, you don't have to fill anything out. You can go and put that in. Same thing with vehicles. You have a vehicle, you have pets. You can update the information just by clicking on this button on the right. That goes to our office, review it, and then it goes into the system. I haven't clicked on this, the waivers. Let me see what this does. If it does anything. Okay, so it does. You have some of the waivers that are in here. So email notifications, parcel waiver, key waiver, electronic communications consent. So what I see here is that the parcel waiver form has been signed. So the Condo Corporation is able to accept the parcels on behalf of the owner. This building does not have a key waiver, so we don't fill that out, but there is an electronic communication consent. So if you have not filled this out, I suggest you do so. It gives the ability for the condo to send out your AGM package and your budget electronically, as opposed to printing those off and mailing them out. It's about $10 per package. So you can appreciate it gets quite expensive, and most of the paper is not something that you need to keep. So it's a big cost. So you can fill out those electronic waivers. So actually, let me click on here. I haven't done this. Let's play around with it. Hey, Van Smith, needed the Condo Act requires resident consent, so consent to receive documents electronically. And you can go in here, you can agree. I can pick my signature. Continue. This is consent, so I'm gonna read that and I'm gonna consent. And this is quite good because what it's done is it's actually taken the government form and it's pre-populated the form with my name and all of the information and my consent. So you just hit complete your signing session here and it's all done. I haven't done it through this way, so that's great. It's very easy for anybody to do. Click out of that. Go back to the homepage. And now you as a resident have all the information at your fingertips, how to do this type of stuff. So feel free to play around in the system. If you have not registered for the Nautica Condo, the portal, please speak to the management office. You can speak to myself or the administrator, and we can get you set up. And if you have not viewed the first video on suite maintenance, you can pop over there and take a look at it. And we'll be adding some sessions later in the year. Have a great day.